Okay, so here we are back. We are now in the March-April, so I've already fought the first round, which was quite enlightening from a strategic point of view and of what not to do. So you live and learn. We are now in the March-April phase, and there will be two battles. One will be here in Midway Island, and one will be here in the Gilbert Islands. Now, this is interesting in that the Americans are quite unlucky. They've got plenty of forces en route to Gilbert, but they have hardly any en route here. But they are faced with, a couple of carriers and some ground forces. So we will see how this pans out. We also have forces down here. We've taken Samoa and we've taken New Caledonia, so we have put ground troops in these places, because one thing we have to bear in mind, and you only really come to appreciate this when you start playing the game, is at the end of the round, all naval forces, all American naval forces move back to Hawaii. So basically, if you want to hold an objective, you really have to put boots on the ground. Now, the problem is that we also have only very few ground troops, really. That's a little bit of a problem, really. Because if you want to get an objective and really hold it, just putting ships there doesn't really help, because at the end of the turn, they're all removed and sent back to Hawaii to then, move out on the next turn. So I've now put in ground troops in these areas. So Gilbert is going to be heavily contested. And I think I will actually start not with Gilbert, because it's going to be a complicated battle, or rather complicated battle, but I will start with Midway Island. So we're going to put the big Cthulhu on Midway Island to realize and to mark this as the big fight. So and we will see what happens. So now we really want to look into this, and I don't know why the camera decided to die on me. I don't know what happened there, but basically what we have to do is now we have to see how we can work on this. Which battle plans should we choose? We've got 3 points to begin with. Reroll an infantry, that would be nice for later. Roll an extra AA. Yeah, we're going to buy the diving attack. A bomb success inflicts 1 extra hit. And we are also going to spend 2 more supply points to get an additional 6 battle points, battle plan points. What shall we? We could take artillery. You may only use this plan if you have an infantry ashore. During the infantry attack step, discard this counter to inflict 1 hit as if the hit was inflicted by an infantry counter. Yeah. We're going to buy this one. And we're going to buy charge. So we reduce the number of US supply points by 1 because we bought 3 extra points. So we're at 7, and let it begin. So move US aircraft. We're going to move them to the we're going to move one here, and we're going to move one here. The Japanese bombers are now going to move, so that's these ones. And we roll a 9, which means they're going to go to the US Ocean. There isn't anything, so they're going to go to the coastal area. So, let's see. Dogfight, there aren't any. Next up is anti-aircraft. So basically that only applies over here. And we have to make a decision which one we are going to use. I'm just going to adjust the camera, sorry for that. We are going to attack with, well, we can only, we have 3 ships with anti-aircraft ability, but I'm just going to move this over here a little that you can actually see this, pulling it down here. But we only have 1 target, so you can only fire once. So we're gonna, and they all have a 2, so it doesn't really matter which one. So we roll, and we roll a 3, so that's good. That was a miss. Here we don't have any anti-aircraft, we can't do anything, so now we're going to do the bomb runs. So first of all, we're going to use this one here. On a 5 or a 3, we hit, and we roll a 5, which is good. So basically, the any hits on a transport actually hit the relevant troops on board. And I'm going to use my diving attack. When one of your aircraft successfully hits with a bombing attack, you can discard this counter to inflict 1 additional hit to the forces, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to discard this, and I'm going to destroy this infantry. So they're going to go back to where they came from. So the transport also goes away, but this isn't really destroyed. It's just, you know, a free-for-all. So now it's the one over here, and I roll a 9, which is a total miss. Sorry, actually no, that was wrong. That was totally wrong. My mistake. They are fine, because I missed. Now these bombers over here on a 3, miss, on a 6, and on a 4, 10, miss. So that was that. So the bomb runs were completely not happening this time around. Torpedoes, depth charges don't work. Naval guns. Now only the Japanese have naval guns, which they can only use against the transport. So they have on a roll of 6 they will hit, and they roll on a 2. So basically one of my infantry takes a hit. So you could ask, why did I not attack the US airfields? Which I could have done, but you can only attack really an island from the sea if you have friendly forces on the island. So I guess you could say that they act as spotters. So that didn't happen. So one of my infantry is now hurt. Now we have infantry fighting, but there isn't any infantry fighting because there is nobody in the foxholes. So next up is infantry advance. So all of these land on the beaches. The transports basically go away. And like I said before, you can get as many transport ships as you require during the game. Now the aircraft return. And we inflict airfield losses. There are none. Advanced battle counter. So the Empire draws another. Oh God! They get the battle plan screening ship. Stop 1 hit inflicted on a carrier. Save. The first hit inflicted on a Japanese carrier is stopped. If Japan does not have a carrier, this plan has no effect. If no carriers were hit during this battle, turn. This plan is saved and used next time a carrier is hit during the battle. Japan still draws the designated number of battle plans during future battle turns, so they actually have one in reserve. Now the question is, do we want to adjust the duration? This is something that the Empire needs to ask itself. At the end of the battle turn, if the battle sheet has... Oh, it's required. Japan forces greater than US forces +1 duration. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we have 5. Oh, okay. So basically it is reduced by 1, so there is no choice. I only noticed from Field Commander for Napoleon where you actually get to make a choice. Do you want to change it? Okay, so I guess that's it. So let's see. Move US aircraft. I'm going to move both aircraft to destroy the Japanese, to attack the Japanese infantry in the beaches, on the beaches. The Japanese are going to attack the island as well, which they can now because they've got people on the shores, and they're going to attack the infantry as well. There is no dogfight. AAA doesn't really work either because there is no naval attacks on the there's no air attack on the ships, so there is no AAA. Bomb runs. Okay, so let's start. We have a 3 for ground attacks, and we roll a 3. Actually, you can't see this, so this is a hit, and we roll again because we've got a second. Oh no, actually you only get to roll once because you only have 1 target. So here we have 2 targets, so each one gets to go. On a 7 we miss, and then on a 1 we hit. So this one, actually, yeah, we're going to just inflict another hit here. So next up is naval guns. So now we can attack using the Japanese ships. We can attack the island, and we are going to attack. We're going to attack the infantry, and we hit on a 6, and we hit on a 6, so we have a 3rd infantry also hit. Okay, now we have the infantry step. So what we can do is we can do during the infantry step of any battle turn, discard this counter to roll an extra infantry attack. So first of all, we're going to roll once, and it's a 10, that's a miss. We're going to roll for the second one. It's a 1, it's a hit. We're going to destroy this infantry. And that's basically, infantry can only attack, let's see. Infantry can attack opposing infantry or airfields. So now we have the 3rd infantry. Let's see what happens to them. That's a 10. But we also, during the infantry attack step, discard this counter to inflict 1 hit as if the hit was inflicted by an infantry counter. Well, it doesn't really make any difference because, you know, there are no Japanese airfields worth attacking really because they don't have any. So basically we have 3 damaged infantry forces in the US foxholes. Now we have the return aircraft, so they return, and these return as well. And we are at the end of the battle. So we still have Japanese forces, but they are carriers. So basically, this ends the battle. All of these ships go to the island. And we have our forces, our land-based forces there as well. These aircraft carrier-based aircraft just go back in the box. You don't do anything with them. Because as I said, there is an endless supply of these. So, Midway Island is a contested island, so we have not managed to get rid of the Japanese. We have not managed to destroy the Imperial forces because the ships are still there. So now what we need to do is we need to do the Japanese reinforcement. So first we roll. And we roll a 5. There are no damaged Japanese forces on the map. So on a 5 they get 1 ship, 1 infantry and 1... Okay, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 resupply, which brings us to 11, which means that the Japanese get 2 ships. They get 2 infantry. And they get 2 land-based aircraft as reinforcements, and all of the resupply points are removed. Okay, next up is the Battle of Gilbert Island. And I think I'll do this off camera, actually. So, talk to you soon.